Orange Sky is an anomaly in the Caribbean music landscape. They are a rock band on a soca island. Lead singer Nigel Rojas will tell you it's because rock picked him. His uncles were Calypsonians and his family had the mass band named Burrokeets. They never ran from their roots. And yes, that is Nigel playing on differentology for Bunji Garlin.
Rock and roll is just beautiful and it's energy. And it comes from Africa. It comes from African music. It comes from slavery. It comes from rock and roll. Rock and roll is blues, and blues is black music.
Locally, Junior Warwood and Tony Voisin of Charlie's Roots made him want to get on stage, and he has been doing so for the past 25 years. Recently, GSD Productions produced a tribute concert for the band, and locals came out to celebrate Orange Sky. But it hasn't always been a bed of roses.
I believe you could be content, but to actually be happy, that means that you can't really have a whole collective understanding of everything that's happening around us globally and be really happy.
Amidst the celebration, there was a moment to honor fallen soldiers, 3 members who died by suicide in the last year and a half.
I'm one of those people that believe that, as sad as it is and as tragic as it is in some cases, that you had a choice and you wouldn't have made that choice unless you were really, really desperate.
So you've just heard Nigel Rojas of Orange Sky talk about his experience with suicide, having lost 3 band members in the last year and a half. To make sense of that, I turned to the most prolific researcher of suicide in Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Jared Hutchinson.
I think it's a kind of romanticized notion that, artists are so particularly vulnerable. It's not really that accurate.
But he did say that there are studies that show higher rates of mental illness within creative communities. But research hasn't uncovered if it is persons who are prone to mental illness are attracted to the creative sector, or if engaging in creative work can cause one to develop a mental illness. Nigel spoke about having to delve into his deepest emotions in pursuit of his art. Professor Hutchinson said while that could be a concern, it truly depends on the artist's ability to respond to his stresses, both internal and external.
Because one could argue that creative people are in a unique position to respond to those things in a way that would make much larger populations of people understand or appreciate what that means or what that could mean.
The new thinking on suicide is that it should be treated as a public health concern, which would mean that the solution would focus on the community and not just the individual. But if you or someone you know has expressed suicidal thoughts or behavior, take those signs seriously and talk to a general practitioner about them. And Nigel says he's doing his part to shine a light on the issue because no one should be made to feel alone.